What's up, guys? It's your girl Sunny, and today I'm going to be doing a number painting. So that's when you just take the numbers that's on the paint and you follow it what's on the canvas. I also bought a frame from Amazon, so we will be framing this when we're finished, and I just can't wait to go through this journey with you guys. Everything will be linked down below from Amazon, and if you do buy from the link down below, I do get a little commission, so thank you for that. It also comes with a little photo so you can see a visual of it, and it comes with a paper version. I'm starting at 152 and I'm cutting through the brushes. The brushes are actually good quality. I've recently but I have done a paint number painting before, but it was the canvas. It was so good. I loved it. It took, I want to say, like 2 weeks to do it because I kept taking so many breaks. But since I'm actually recording this one, I'm not gonna stop. Look at me, I already wasted paint. So for this, honestly, I want to say they give you a good amount of paint. They give you a good amount of paint for each one because obviously they give you an equal amount. But some pieces I had to cut the brush because it had a little flyaway. Some areas are needed more than others, so obviously some areas are going to be like, oh, I need more paint for this. Like in my other painting that I previously did, my first ever number paint, I was scraping the bottle for the main color in that piece, when honestly I don't know why I didn't just try to make the duplicate of the color. But it was like it looked like a rare grayish greenish color. It was so beautiful. Anyway, I started with a random number line. I should have started with 1 to like 1 through 6, but I didn't. I started with 1 through 12. So hopefully you guys like this video. I had so much fun making it, just sitting and painting. And honestly, when people ask me why I do art because it distracts me. It distracts me from the world. It makes me feel creative. It makes me feel happy. When I say distract, it just it reminds me that there is good things in the world that can bring you happiness, that you don't have to do with others. Like, I don't have to go out and do this. I don't have to, I don't have to call up my friend to do this. I don't have to be on the game playing with my friend to do this. I can do it by myself. Or like reading. I've gotten back into reading a Tracy Wolf book called 𝗀𝗃, the trilogy 𝗀𝗃, and it's so good. I'm on chapter 2 right now, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that also. Now, before I go, I'm going to share some tips with you guys that really helped me with my painting, just me being a second time number painting painter. Dilute your paint, okay? Because you don't know how many times you're going to use that certain paint. You see how it was light right there, look like watercolor right there? Because I use dabs of water with it. Now, you don't want to dilute it too much because we're on a paper canvas. And, well, not paper canvas, but we're on a loose canvas. It's not, on a canvas board, which is going to dry regardless. But I just kept that in mind. Don't put too much water. You see here, it's going to look so thin. I have to go back and put more paint, just straight up paint, so it will still have that color, so the painting can come out how it was supposed to come out. But if you dilute it a little bit and mix enough paint with enough water, it will stretch you so far that you won't have to worry about, oh, how am I going to replace this color because I used it all for the little pieces and I forgot that I needed it there. Another tip that helped me was finding other places that I needed to paint and marking them. Now, I have ADHD, so when I was marking them, I was kind of like marking them and then starting other ones and then marking that one and then leaving the half-as done one and then marking, you know what I'm saying? So you might want to mark, do them together, especially if you are diluting your paint and the shading looks, it dries separately, so the colors kind of look off. You want it to look the same shade throughout. So I would say, because look here, I have to blend that little dot that I made so I wouldn't forget to paint that part. I had to blend it in because I have left it. And when I tell you guys, it gets messy, but it also dries fast, if that makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but it gets messy. Just don't put your hand where the paint is, and it kind of gets a little mucky, like if you have your hand on it and you sweat a lot, or your hands are like clammy, then it definitely, your fingers are gonna stick if you're touching the canvas, because that was happening to me a lot of times. But anyway, hopefully you guys like this video. I'm going to be giving you guys more vlogs and more, cooking videos, because I haven't really given you guys any of the life, you know what I'm saying, any of the life that I promised you guys with my channel. I've just been giving you art, which I am so excited about that, because I don't know, I feel like this is just my time for my art to shine, really. But I feel like you haven't seen me in a moment, so I'm going to be giving you guys some vlogs and some cooking videos and some life updates. So hopefully you guys like this video and you watch the second one. This is part 2, which will be out soon, maybe Wednesday on the 8th. However, until next time, make sure you turn on that post notification bell, subscribe, like, and comment. This is probably the best art activity that you can do to release stress, to release tension, to release any negative thoughts, any impatient thoughts with your career path, with your love life, because this allows you to choose patience, to accept that this is going to take a while. And I'm here for the journey. I'm going to take this one paint stroke at a time, and we're going to get to this, dotting our way along, searching our way along. But guess what? Even when you try to rush on this activity, you can't. Like, I found myself, when I moved on to a different color, I found myself finding more number 9s that I didn't do when I was on number 7. Because even when you rush the situation, it's going to show. It's going to show when you rush, and you're going to have to go back, and you're going to have to reevaluate when you rushed, and you're going to have to learn again, and you're going to have to fix when you rushed instead of doing it right the first time. So once you realize that the painting wins, and you just give in to the painting, and you're like, okay, let me stop trying to, get it all done in one day, and let me actually enjoy it. Let me actually enjoy putting these together. And once I started the painting, I'm editing now, and I'm thinking, it probably would have been so cool if I started up at the top and then did every single color to the bottom. But we can do that with another one, because I think I want to make this into a little tradition of ours, a painting number canvas every once a month. didn't need me to go over it. Like I accidentally painted too much, or I go over a spot that was supposed to be a different number. Do not stress that, okay? This paint dries so well, and it's acrylic paint. I believe it's acrylic paint, and it's so thick that even the lightest color, like I had messed up on this blue, and I had went over this part that was supposed to be yellow. When I went over it with the yellow, you couldn't even see the blue anymore, because that's how good the paint pigment was. So if you mess up, it's fine. If you end up accidentally covering a number, that's fine. Take an estimated guess what you think it's gonna be, what you thought it was, or try taking a clean brush with water and not like drenching your brush with water, but damp the brush, and then try to get the paint off of that piece so you can see the number. If you're a perfectionist, then you can see the number. However, you can also look at the little square blueprint that they gave you and try to squint and see what color they use by that. Now that's just a tip that I have for you guys, because it was a lot of times that I did go over a piece that wasn't supposed to be that color, or I was using the medium sized brush that they gave me and I forgot. Like I honestly forgot that they had given me a smaller brush than this. So I'm thinking, okay, this is the smallest brush I have to make it work. Whole time I have a whole nother small brush that's like even thinner than this one that can get those fine lines. Now, is it fine that the fine lines are messed up? Of course it is. People make mistakes, and like I said, you can always go over it and make it better with the other colors. It's never all said and done. There always can be editing and improvement, and just make sure you give yourself grace and you don't pressure yourself to be perfect, because nothing's ever perfect. Since we will be making this a traditional thing, I will be starting to post on my Instagram a poll on which painting we should buy, or maybe we should get a custom canvas made with one of my original pieces so we can paint that on a number painting together. Maybe we can do that. But I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop and in the decision making of which painting I actually choose for us to do, because I want you guys to be involved, and it's just not for you to watch, but I want you guys to be involved. I have like so many ideas for like the winter season, the holiday season, and just like it being a traditional thing, and it's just us being able to do one a month. It's like I have to pick the best one, so there's a lot of pressure. But hopefully you guys like the one for December, because I love the one for November. It's really cute. It's giving romance in Paris by the riverside, and I really like it. that you clean your mixing tray, because if you don't, you might mix colors together and now the color you're supposed to have on that number is not what it's supposed to look like. Now, I made sure that I wiped my brush down to the gods, because I cannot have this yellow coming out looking like green because I just used blue. Yes. So when we go in with the yellow, and the yellow, it's so bright and beautiful. It's kind of airy. And what do you mean by airy, honey? When I say airy, I mean when I place it on those little 3 dots right there, you could still kind of see the number 9 shining through. So you might want to put like another dot of paint, but it is a very, very pigmented shade of yellow. But for $9, I'm obsessed. And it dried so, like, if you guys can see it dry right now, it dried so beautifully. I'm not even mad at it.